Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to talk about national security problem. With a real case, we're going to study a real case. We have a 21 years old kid and we have a law complaint against him. That law complaint is about theft or theft. Sorry, because I don't know speak correctly the English. Even so, I try. This is the deal. With the data that the judge are working is phony, because the declaration that the boy has made on the police station is not in the process. So the judge decides everything correctly, supposedly correctly, to declare that the boy is prohibited to revalidate or renew his institutional documents. But there is other problems that nobody knows. The guy decides to go to Coimbra to work. He founds one, he passes for a few problems, he's beaten by a few guys, he complains, he went to medical institution to take some pictures, to do some diagnosis. He pressed charge against the aggressor. He finds a job, he is able to work, and something new pop up. He had a business proposition. It was an exploration coffee. At the first it was to be to a Brazilian guy, but the individual of 21 years old offered himself to keep with the coffee for him, and the Brazilian guy that needed money on the time and on the go, he would stay with his job on the restaurant. So they made the change. The Brazilian guy passed to the restaurant and the guy passed to the coffee. All documents was set up, everything was legal, less the license. Which this means that he needed to pay the license and he needed to do the remaster the coffee infrastructure to comply with the new standards, hygiene standards and everything. Well, that is no problem. He tries to do a credit with his girlfriend to obtain a reliable money bank. That request was denied. So the problem starts here. Well, if he is denied on the credit for 5,000 euros, it would be enough to start a small coffee. He starts to sweat and to look how to do it. It was able to do with no money, because the guy was thinking to talk with his old bosses to borrow him some money. Low, not 5,000, perhaps 1,000 euros or 1,500 euros. That was enough. I passed there, I take a lunch, I spoke with my old bosses, my first bosses that I had in my life, and they warned me, careful, it may be some fraud against you. You must need to know if the coffee doesn't have no debts to be paid and anything. So I decided to hold a little bit more. The problem is, now he has people after him. Someone shows up next to his door without knowing how the hell they found him, because he never warned him, he never told him. So a guy shows up there and threats his life because of a PC that, well, it was a P2 333 megahertz that he had left on the store that Fernando worked, where the 21 guy worked, and he was never paid, where he committed the crime, a small felony, just that, really small, because he gave back all the pieces. You understand? He gave everything back. He just said to the officer, I just want my money, because this sir is not paying me for the last 6 months. I want my money. I want to press charge against this gentleman by fraud. The officer said fuck you and fuck off here, and that's it. He mocked with my face. Okay? The same officers and the other guy from the village that he left went to his new house, threat his life. If he's not paying, they're gonna beat you so hard they will leave you in the hospital. It was a 21 years old. You will say, well, he's age enough to defend himself and everything, he probably knows stuff and that. No, man. The guy was created under beating and sexual rapings. The guy was denied all school that he had the right. It was denied the freedom to choose. He was exploited and abused on that job and many others that he doesn't want to speak about it because he's prohibited to, because someone may die. So, with scare, it took 450 years from the Brazilian friend that he had helped, and he runs away. The guys that still after him, it was GNR, National Republican Guard. They tracked him and they found him in the bus station. They asked, what you bring here? Is any drugs or so? I said, no, man. This is just my clothes, this is just my stuff. I'm gonna grab my ass, I go to Aveiro, I'm gonna try to make my life. And try to leave this behind. And he asked, are you sure? Are you sure that you don't take any drugs? Yes, I'm sure. If you want to see, you can see. Now you're gonna laugh a little bit. Because this is what happened on the night that he took 450 euros to the Brazilian guy. That was illegal, I think. But he had one Portuguese ID, but it was fake. He came from Italy, embracing a moth, whatever. So after Fernando grabs the Brazilian's money, he went to a party, listened to techno. It was a strange night because he paid out water for everyone. He gave to the party organization plus 20 euros with no drinks. He offered, he donated. I remember something on a bathroom. It was happening something about the guys. One guy was saying to the other, no, here in this party will never happen nothing. You see, he was trying to keep the safety of the party, okay? Some rival gangs, etc. On the morning when the party is over, I come back with all the rest of the people. As I was walking, a guy starts walk with me side by side and starts threatening me. Well,